it's happening in New York, New Jersey, or Long Island, hear about it with Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.
877-970-2999. Let me go to Richard in Queens. Good morning, Richard. How you doing this morning?
Morning, Joe. Great show. Couple comments on McCain's funeral. That was basically a revival of the Swamp Creatures. And Aretha Franklin's funeral, I don't know if you saw that marathon or part of it.
Yes, I saw Ariana Grande. I know someone was watching Ariana Grande. That would have been Bill Clinton. Oh, did you see that, Richard?
Yeah, they made very good contact there. Eye contact, it looked like. Also, I don't know if you saw some of the people that were there, but
yeah.
I mean, it was all about Trump bashing. I mean, you got Sharpton, who's the tax scofflaw.
Yeah, you're right. No, you know what?
He's talking about respect.
Richard, I'm glad that you brought that up because we love Aretha. Aretha, one of my all-time heroes and heroines, one of the great. But when Louis Farrakhan shows up, you might want to step aside. Now, you see how someone calls. This is the way. See, this is why I know we're on the right track, and you're watching and you're listening because it's a synergy thing, man. Is it a stroke of the Lord above? I don't know. But right when you're talking about Aretha Franklin, Kevin Jackson walks in the studio.
How about some R-E-S-P-E-C-T in this mother?
How did that happen? They called. Did you set that call up for me?
No, yeah, right.
I'm railing. I'm at the first flag on the moon. And then he goes to Aretha, and you said, "What? There's a black person being talked about? I am there, baby. I am there." That was great. Thanks for coming in, man.
Hey, man, it's good to be here.
And then I say to Frankie Five Burrows, I go, "Kevin Jackson's in town." He goes, "Yes." He wants to come over. I go, "I will pay for the Uber." Did you?
I took a cab. I didn't Uber.
Did you cab ever? We'll take the receipt. We'll take the receipt, Kevin. Good to see you, man. You look good.
Too, man.
You look good, man.
Thanks. I got to get this film out there, man. Protecting the boys and girls in blue.
Name of the film is?
Bleeding Blue. Go to bleedingbluemovie.com. And, hey, you conservatives, did you just hear Kaepernick has got this freaking deal with Nike?
I've been railing about it all morning.
Okay, so here's the deal.
Yeah.
We contacted, and I'm putting 6 Hour on blast because they give a lot of, provide a lot of weapons to the police. So we contact them, say, hey, we're making a pro-cop film that deals with all the issues of policing truthfully. And they're like, well, we want to talk to you about it. Then when we talk to them about it, they're like, well, it may be controversial. Really? So they didn't support the film. So I'm putting their butts on blast because I'm looking at this going, are you kidding me, man? Here's a guy, I buck up, make a film to protect these guys, to bridge the gap between the minority community and the police, making a true narrative, not this BS narrative.
That's right.
And these guys won't support it. And here's Nike giving a freaking race baiter, a has-been football player. And if you like Kaepernick, well, you're stupid if you do, but whatever. But they're giving this guy a contract. And he's not even playing ball. That's ridiculous to me, man. Yeah. It's insulting.
Walk me through this. The great Kevin Jackson, just happened to walk in, because I always say, Kevin, and we'll go to traffic, but I want you to stay with us if you would, man, because you're welcome to stay as long as you can, Kevin. Why doesn't Nike step up and help bring jobs, manufacturing? Why doesn't Phil Knight or Michael Jordan, who we love, Michael Jordan, why don't they come and bring to the stressed areas of the United States of America, manufacture sneakers right there, build the community, man?
Look, there's so much that all these they're just BS artists. I wish we could say the word, but they are BS artists who do nothing but profiteer. Anybody that is supporting Kaepernick, in my opinion, is doing nothing but profiteering off of what they think is America. And they're learning very quickly it's not. People stand up for the anthem. They stand up for this flag. They stand up for what this nation means, the opportunity that's been given to these putzes that are out there making millions of dollars, and they want to complain about it. It's like my grandmother says, they got a ham under each arm and they're wanting bread. Shut up. Get out of here. I'm sick of it.
Kevin Jackson live in the studio with Piscopo, with Frankie Five Burrows and Big Al. Debbie's on the roads looking out for you at 722. Good morning, Deb. We're coming back. We got a lot of show today. How we doing traffic-wise, Deb?
Well, good morning to you, Joe. Welcome, Kevin. So nice to see you on Facebook Live.
Italian suit you got on there. Hey, look at you with the black shirt and everything. Coming from Fox News. He comes from Fox News. He comes down to Wall Street. Kevin, I'm telling you, man, And I always say, I say this publicly because I know you and I love you as a friend. We're friends now, man. You should be on Fox News. You should be one of the top shows. You would just rip it up. Because are they afraid that you're maybe, can I say this to you as my friend?
Sure.
And we're saying on the air, you're too edgy. I love that. The audience that are listening to you right now, they adore you. They go, Kevin Jackson, more Kevin Jackson. There's not enough Kevin Jackson.
I'm the black Donald Trump. Just say it. I'm the black Trump. Yeah, edgy. It's like Trump. He's not presidential enough, right? Look, you've seen these guys, man. It's all buttoned up, and everybody wants to say the right thing. But when Fox, they want to avoid controversy.
You think so a little bit?
They do.
As much as we love them, by the way.
Look, they may write me a fat check every year, but here's the deal: they don't want controversy, quote, in their guest host, but they want it in the guest.
Oh,
so,
that's good. Yeah.
So they literally told me that here's the reason why. But here's the thing, Joe. I don't care, honestly, if I get a show on Fox. I'm talking to him again today about it. But I don't care if I get a show on Fox. What I care about, I think the people that are seekers of that stuff are the wrong people for the jobs. Yeah. If it happens, it happens.
I love your common sense. That's right on the money. It's true.
Well, I'm just saying, man, look, if you're out there looking to, I'm the next big thing, and all this. I mean, we're a slave to social media and all that. But when I tweet, I'm not trying to impress you. If you like it, like it. If you don't, I don't give a crap. Yeah. I tweet what's on my mind at that moment, and I don't care. And trust me, Melissa will say, babe, you probably shouldn't have tweeted that. And I'm like, well, it's too late because I did. Because it's when in the moment. And that's what I love about Twitter and some of this social media is it's bam, it's right there in the moment.
You started with the monkeying on Twitter. I couldn't even retweet it. I couldn't even.
And I think that's part of the reason why.
I have the guts to retweet it, man.
That's part of the reason why I don't get retweeted is because people are afraid to retweet the truth, man. Because I said there's one of them I said there's 260 types of monkeys. I said there are 260 types of monkeys. So what do people want to? First of all, Joe, while we're talking about monkeys, it really pisses me off.
Let's go there, Kevin.
Let's go there. The idea that when a black person hears monkey, I'm supposed to think, oh, you're thinking about me. I couldn't even believe people would say that. You have to be an idiot to believe, it's a monkey. It's like saying it's a dog and all men go, they're talking about dogs. You know how women feel about us. All men are dogs. If somebody brings up their Pomeranian, I don't go, ooh, I remember that time when I messed around on my girlfriend. Who does that?
When they talk about a primate, you don't get offended as a black man. Okay.
Not.
I mean,
monkeys are just as closely related to white people as they are black people.
Now that you opened up that can of worms, Kevin Jackson, as you did so eloquently, what did you say on Twitter? What was you challenged people, didn't you?
I have tweeted.
Come up with your favorite species of monkey.
Tell me what monkey you are. And I tweeted a white monkey, and I said, hey, good morning to all my white monkeys. And I had a picture of a white monkey. Yeah, because, Joe, we have to ridicule this nonsense, man.
I know, man.
You cannot let the left get away with it. But here's what I want to say to New York.
Yes.
If you hear monkey and you think black person, you are a leftist. You are a Democrat progressive leftist. There's not a conservative on the planet that hears monkeying around, monkey business, throw a monkey wrench in it, whatever, and thinks, oh, man, I remember that dude I used to play football with, that brother that ran track. Nobody thinks, that brother, man, he could sure climb a tree. That monkey was something else. Nobody ever thinks about that crap except leftists.
Good night, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Don't forget to tip your waitresses. Thank you. Oh, my God. No mercy. No mercy, man, for you. That's unbelievable that you're doing that. And also, I'm afraid. I'm afraid to ask, but why stop now?
Don't be afraid, John.
Why stop now? John McCain's funeral. It's still going on. We're going to cut to it in a second.
I think Netflix just picked up season 2, right?
Due respect to the hero and the patriot. I mean, almost 40 years as a senator, and I go to Frankie Five our astute producer. What has he done? What's going on? I'm trying to see what has he done. And listen, with respect to the family, may he rest in peace, this patriot hero.
Absolutely, he's a dead dude. Right?
But I know, but I don't. I'm trying to figure out what did he do to warrant that breadth of a funeral. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is it okay to say that? I mean, is it disrespectful to say?
I don't think it is. And here's the thing. Honor. Look, if you want to have that big of a funeral and you want to do all the pomp and circumstance, fine. But don't try to make the dude out to be bigger than life.
Yeah.
I mean, we can analyze his life. And here's the thing. On the day of his death, or even everything leading up to it. I feel for his family. I feel for the friends and the people who care for him. But, don't try to make it that he certainly, Jesus is, we're waiting on him to come back and somebody's going to roll the rock away.
Yeah, man.
And then the thing that gets me about John McCain is everything leading up to it is, and I've been saying this for a while, man, if I had John McCain's, at some point, trophy wife. She's much younger than he is, 19 years.
Oh, is that right?
She's 19 years younger than him. She's made him money.
For that alone, I am admiring him.
Look, right. So
not that I would know anything about that.
But here's the thing, man. If you knew you were gonna die, and you had when he first got diagnosed with brain cancer, I'm telling you, I cut everything off. I want to be Harvey Weinstein.
Oh, man.
I'm just saying.
Oh, man.
Come on. Why would you want to
in a respectful way.
In a respectful way. Why would you want to be hanging around the Senate and or at the very least go spend time with family and friends? This dude knows he's dying, and he's still trying to piss off Donald Trump. I mean, that's a vindictive dude right
meticulously.
there. Yeah.
Everything in that funeral was meticulously planned by Senator McCain. You got to love that about him in some sick way.
Meticulously planned where he didn't invite his chief of staff, he didn't invite his vice president, didn't invite the president, but they say, but he reaches across the aisle. He's a real, uniter. Really? That's the way a uniter goes out? I mean, the dude's dying, and he's like, F you, Donald Trump. Yeah, I'll see you in hell.
Barack Obama and W. He puts W up there.
I know.
And as I watched it, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, I'm going like,
Joe,
wait a minute.
saying that. Every time you say that, everybody knows nobody's disrespectful.
That's where I'm going.
I don't mean it in disrespect, but I'm about to disrespect you.
No respect at all. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. So I'm watching this thing at the cathedral. I'm watching Barack Obama. I'm watching W.
You actually watched this seriously?
I tried to stay with it. I did. But I couldn't because I said, wait a minute. It was like a revelation. I went, wait, this is why I voted for the other way, because this is the swamp. It was the swamp that was there. Am I right?
You couldn't put a gun to my head. You couldn't put electrical stuff on my naughty bits to make me watch that, Joe. Seriously? You are a thrill-seeking son of a gun, man, because I can't imagine watching, because look, even in the snippets, I couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
And same with Aretha.
We talked that when our buddy called, and when you walked in. Now I want to walk me through seats. You can say it because I'm going to sound racist if I say Bill Clinton is one thing because we know Clinton, and then Jesse. I've known on and off.
Don't forget the vote.
I know. But Jesse,
register the vote.
Jesse had the blood of Martin Luther King on him.
Oh, come on, Jesse Jackson. No. Martin Luther King hated Jesse Jackson.
No, really, is that right?
Serious business. He in fact. He was about to cut Jesse out completely.
No.
Oh, yeah. You need to learn some black history, Joe. Stop just messing around with them Italians. You may walk the streets of Newark, but you don't know nothing about no black people. No, man. He knew Jesse Jackson was just a stair-stepping dude.
Wow, man.
He had no respect for him whatsoever.
Then I see Al Sharpton there, and then that's not bad enough. Louis Farrakhan shows up,
I know.
And then the press just let it go. They never said anything about it.
Yeah, somebody said a coffin ended up at the. It was like a tweet. This is like a coffin ended up at this political rally with Aretha.
Yes, that's exactly what happened.
It really felt that way.
And also with the what do you call it, the preacher there, the way he
when he was fondling Ariana.
Jeez, I was so embarrassed. Oh my God, Ariana Grande. And did you see the Clinton, all the tweets with Clinton in the background?
Think about it, man. In the old days, have you ever? Come on now, everybody's hugged a woman. And you just accidentally went a little too far. Come on.
If you're a preacher, praise Jesus. I'm not going to touch you. Praise Jesus.
I'm not trying to give the guy cover. I'm just saying everybody's hugged somebody and went, oh, I'm sorry. Like, boom, you reach around. It's not like it wasn't like he reached around and was like, oh, looking like this. He just reached around and kind of does. But we're in a time now where, things are crazy. What about this story of this dude who he's before his son was even born, he used the N-word. He's from Ireland, and he's a NASCAR driver. You know the story, right?
Yeah, I think so.
And he loses his contract with some group because of something his dad said before he was ever born. I call that generational racism.
Yeah, so true.
I mean, when does it end? So what's it going to end for our kids, our sons, with this Me Too movement. If your son kissed a girl at 3 years old, he's going to get accused of being a sexual abuser when he's 40.
So true. They'll carry it through. Kevin, listen, we'd like you to hang the whole day. Whatever you want to do, you're more than welcome. But before we go to news break, give us the plug of where we can find your film online. Because I know already you on Fox and Friends this morning.
Right.
And people are already donating to this great film.
They are. Yeah. So we want to give a cop a ticket, which is wherever the film is showing right now, which is in 6 locations. Go to bleedingbluemovie.com and it tells you the locations, but you can donate there. We want to open big in New York. I want to get because I think the police, the law enforcement officers here deserve a big deal.
Yes,
so
sir.
I talked to Ray.
Yeah.
Ray gave us some money to do something. But I want to do a big deal. I don't want to just do a theater showing.
Yeah.
I want to have all the police commissioners, whatever. I want them all there. So hopefully somebody will sponsor that. Maybe it'll be Michael's.
Yeah.
We're coming to your restaurant, man. But no, seriously, I want to get somebody that says that understands what these folks mean to us to do something with this film. This film is so amazing. I swear, when it gets out and people see it, they're going to go, this is freaking Spielberg.
Yeah.
I would be getting awards for this film, Joe, if I were Michael Moore. Yeah. I'm not lying.
It's a very good point.
I swear, you watch this film.
Very good point. And you drew a good line because we're very pro-law enforcement, as I know you are. God bless you for that. And we support the stellar job that the NYPD is doing. But you went to the other side. You went to the community, and you heard what the community had to say as well. You're trying to bring the police and the community together.
We talk about the bad policing. We have a New York mafia cop who tells you, he says right out, I was a crooked cop. And he explains it in the film. We have other cops talk about that, and stuff like that. So it's a balanced, truthful film, and everybody should see it. This should be mandatory.
All right, Kevin Jackson, the one, the only.
Every donation comes with a free pair of Nikes.
Yeah. Smack him with the back of your head, Kevin. Frankie Five Boroughs is there. Kevin Jackson in the studio with Radio Piscopo. Oh, shenanigans. Good thing we're not recording off mic or off camera. Hi, it's Joe on the radio. And it's we're on AM970theanswer.com. We're YouTubing and Facebooking. Okay, this is so exciting. Today's salute to Staten Island. We have a salute to Staten Island. I have a feeling Frankie Five Boroughs had something to do with this. He is Mr. Staten Island, and Al originally from Staten Island as well. And we love the borough of Staten Island. Now, today's salute to Staten Island, fun fact, is sponsored by the Nicotra Group. I love Lois and Richard, our dear, dear friends. They are owners of the Hilton Garden Inn and Lorenzo's Restaurant, which, by the way, I'll be playing in March again at Lorenzo's. The best club in all of America is Lorenzo's, right there at the Hilton Garden Inn, right there by the Hilton. And the Nicotra's built this beautiful, beautiful club. It's a bar and cabaret. And by the way, they're presenting CSN songs, the music of Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. That is Friday, September 14th. You don't want to miss that. Now, today's winner of our Salute to Staten Island Fun Fact will receive a $25 gift certificate from Modell's. Thank you, Mitchell Modell's Sporting Goods, with 3 locations on Staten Island. And as everyone knows, you got to go to Moe's. Now, all daily winners will be eligible to win this. A grand prize of 2 tickets to attend the New Year's Eve Gala at Nicotra's Ballroom at the Hilton Garden Inn. That is huge, valued at more than $400. Okay? So here is the Staten Island trivia question. Okay? Who is the Outer Bridge crossing named after? I have no idea. Who is the Outer Bridge crossing named after? Kevin, go ahead. Who are you thinking?
Outer Bridge.
Mr. Outer Bridge?
Right.
You got to be more specific. That will not be an acceptable answer.
By the way, Frank put together all these questions.
I win!
I have nothing to do with it.
I win! Give the black man his gift certificate.
Don't blame me if you can't get it right, whatever.
I
It's
just
all
won.
Frank.
Hey, I just won.
877-970-2099, and I give us a
So I
go.
better give me my gift certificate.
Who is the Outer Bridge crossing named after? You'll win a $25 gift certificate from Modell's, and you'll be eligible to get 2 tickets for the big New Year's Eve Gala at Nicotra's Ballroom.
You're going to make me lose my mind.
877-970-2999. Our salute to Staten Island.
Michael Medved, coming up at 3 on AM 970. The Answer.
Live from the smartwaytobuy.com studios.
Joe on the radio. We're YouTubing. We're Facebooking at 746 on AM 970 Answer. What a pleasant surprise. My good friend Kevin Jackson showed up. And only because we were talking about black people, he came in the studio. He said, "I gotta come in." Hey, man, is that what the black people do now, Kevin Jackson? Do they hear people talking about other black people? They show up.
I show up at any radio station. That's my job with the NAACP. If I should hear you white people talking about black folks, I have a teleporter. I don't even take a cab.
A teleporter. Beat me up. I'll beat you up, man. Oh man. Hey, tell me about your life in Arizona now.
I love it, man.
I can't believe you though.
I love it.
What do you go to Sonoma with the white people like that?
I do, man. Huh? I will go to Sonoma, Sedona.
Sedona. I don't even know.
You try to Italianize everything, don't you? Hey, like in Sonoma,
Joey
Paloma,
Sonoma.
Joey Sonoma, Bones, old Bones.
Wait a minute. I swear that's in California.
Right.
So, where's Red Rock and all those?
Sedona.
I knew that.
I mean, that place is spectacular.
What are you doing there from East St. Louis, man? You went from East St. Louis to Sedona?
Because I want to live. Arnold Schwarzenegger came. Yeah, Terminator came to me and said, "Come with me if you want to live." Are you kidding? You know where I lived in the hood.
We love you, St. Louis. You lived in one of the most, and I say this with respect again to St. Louis, it was one of the most violent areas, man.
With respect, it's a death zone. Look, St. Louis.
Respecting the violent people.
Exactly. St. Louis is 8 times more dangerous than Chicago.
It is. East St. Louis is.
St. Louis. Forget just east and north.
Is that what
St.
statistically?
Louis, statistically, is 800 times more deadly than Chicago. We had 200 murders for 318,000 people. Chicago had 600 murders for 2.3 million people. Do the math on that.
Gosh almighty. But this is what gets me irritated, because my mission for the last 25 years has been helping at-risk children. You put your money where your mouth is. You were right there in the hood. Why doesn't Nike, they're using Colin Kaepernick as a poster boy, and then they won't go into the inner cities and build? If they build manufacturing plants, you will turn the community around.
It's not just, look, it's not, forget the big capitalists. I mean, yeah, they could do things. It's the guys that pretend, like the Kaepernicks. All these NFL players, 70% NFL is black. The games are all played in inner cities. These guys are making a mint of money.
Yeah.
They all have an NFL charity where they get with the little colored kids, and show themselves, oh, look at us helping the colored folks. And nothing happens, Joe. Year after year, player after player. How many NFL players have made millions and millions of dollars? All of them have a charity in their little town, in their big cities, right? And dedicated to the colored kids, and nothing happens.
Oh, man, you're right, including St. Louis and including Chicago.
Look, man, everywhere. I don't care whether it's L.A., Chicago, New York, you name it. Yeah. These kids are all suffering, and the players will get with them and do the photo ops, and the NFL will pretend that, look at NFL charities, look at all the black kids we're helping. Yeah. And at the end of the day, what do? They end up hurting them by saying, hey, look at Colin Kaepernick. He's a hero because he's got I hate pigs on my socks, and, he's protesting this BS lie that blacks are being killed in crazy numbers. What's his name? Got put in the Hall of Fame. Randy Moss goes in the Hall of Fame. He's got a tie on with 12 black folks on his tie.
Right.
Names of blacks who've been killed by cops. Right.
Oh my gosh.
Over a decade. Yeah. Now, if it's an epidemic, why didn't that happen last night? Why didn't you bring me the tie of the number of blacks erroneously killed by cops last night?
In Chicago.
In Chicago. But you know what he could have had? If he had put every black that was killed by another black in Chicago for the last 3 weekends, he couldn't have put all those names on a tie. Yeah. So they're just disingenuous liars. Yeah. And by the way, Joe, that transcends everything the left does, whether they're lying about this, they're lying about taxes, they're lying about, Donald Trump and he's going to start a war, or the tax cuts are going to hurt, or the immigration is going to kill us, or whatever. It's all a lie.
Yeah, Kevin Jackson. This man is brilliant. You could Google Kevin Jackson. And Kevin, thanks for coming in. Give us a plug to find your film.
BleedingBlueMovie.com. And look, New York, buy a cop a ticket. And we're going to bring this film here in a big way. I don't know when, I don't know where, how, but we're going to bring it here in a big way. I'm going to get Piscopo involved and Probably Michael's.
Yeah, Michael. We'll reach out. You're more than welcome to talk to all of our sponsors. You know, I saw it's a balanced film. It's a great film. I love that you're giving out to your community like that.
This film is, I'm telling you, if you get a chance to see it, whether it's DVD, it is unbelievable. You're going to think Black Spielberg made it.
Now, you're going to think that just because we have a winner of this Salute to Staten Island, but he's Italian, Kevin. See, now you're thinking.
Right. It's rigged. It's rigged. I had all my family call and give the answer. Nobody black can win. Y'all know how you are, Kaepernick lovers.
Anthony Palastro from Brooklyn, New York. You won a $25 gift certificate from Modell's Sporting Goods with 3 locations on Staten Island. Everybody knows you got to go to Mo's. And Anthony, you are eligible to win the grand prize of 2 tickets to attend the New Year's Eve Gala and the Coach's Ballroom at the Hilton Garden Inn, valued at more than $400. Listen to Kevin McCullough's show today at 5 o'clock at 4 p.m. on weekdays for a preview of tomorrow's trivia question. Piscopo in the morning,
And
Kevin.
you got to give the answer. The answer was...
Oh, the answer. I have no idea.
Well, Kevin was actually right, and a lot of callers tried to use
That's
his
the guy's
answer.
name?
Outerbridge.
Thank you, Frankie.
Eugenius Outerbridge, and Anthony knew that he was the first head of the Port Authority.
God, I thought my name was bad. Outerbridge. It's good. Hey, Kevin, I love you, man. Thank you very much. You're welcome to stay as long as you want. Kevin Jackson right there.
Everybody knows this guy. No, everybody knows he can do a radio show. Joe Piscopo. Mornings, 6 to 10 on AM 970. The Answer.